yesterday, so I'm going to start a new file under classic mode to see how this plays, and for you guys too to kind of see what it's what it's like. And all you have to do is focus on your commands. So we'll see how that goes. If I don't like it after the first few sections of the game, then I'll start back over on normal. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be okay with it automatically doing my attacks and defending. That's what makes the normal mode kind of fun, is that part of it, especially the battles. I mean, just doing the commands, that can be kind of tedious because it takes a few seconds for that ATB gauge to fill. But it said this mode was supposed to also be easier, so we'll see how it plays out. Normal mode, by the way, is fantastic. That is a fun way to play this game. That area that I'm in Chapter 10 in the sewer, that enemy down there, the first one you fight there, he is brutal. I got him down to a little under half his health, and he had changed to a different mode where he was doing more lethal attacks, and once he did that, he just did one attack and my whole party was knocked out, and wasn't anything for me to do. But it said it was weak against fire, and I went in there with my main character Cloud with his summon materia was freaking Shiva, and when something's weak against fire, they're generally not weak against ice. So whenever I go back and do it again, I've got to make sure I set that up to have Cloud with the Ifrit summon. But the graphics and music in this game is just, man, it's good. It's so good. I love 7 when it first came out, but it's hard to play now after you've played some of these more recent Final Fantasies because it plays better. It's more modern. I don't mind the random encounters being gone. I didn't really like that a whole lot because that can get you in a lot of trouble in the earlier Final Fantasy games. But they did it well back then. It was still a fun game. 7, 8, and 9, they were great. They were fun. 10 as well. That one had random encounters. But this game is a lot of fun. It's from what I've seen so far, it's fairly linear. I mean, you can go on missions in some of the chapters, and that kind of takes you away from the main quest and gives you some alternative things to do. But it's a fairly linear game. I can't think of one time where I was ever really lost and didn't know what I was supposed to do. Which I'm fine with that too, as long as the gameplay is fun, and it is in this game. The battle system is, it's great. It's very modern, a little bit more action-oriented. Still tons of strategy because everything takes time. You have to focus on everything going on at every single second sometimes. But it's a great game. I mean, you can see it's beautiful. Every second of this game looks like a cutscene. Everything's so fun. I don't know if it affects the volume for you guys, but I've got to run that down. This will be it. I hope that with all this crazy stuff going on with the world right now, that the final part of this game, because it doesn't tell the entire Final Fantasy story, everybody knows that. But I hope they get the next one out here pretty soon too. I mean, I've still got a ways to go before I'm finished. I'm kind of just taking my time purposely because I'm savoring this game. It's great. But I hope that they don't have to wait too long, like another 5 years to get the next one. But if it's as good as this game is, it might be worth it. I mean, the wait will be. I mean, it'll be crucial, but I'm glad they took their time and made this the way they made it, because it is a good game. I could see this definitely being a contender for me of Game of the Year. And I play PS4, Switch, and all kinds of stuff. The only thing I don't have much of is Xbox stuff, but every other console, I own most of them. And but this game, it's good. I mean, it's very, very good. Alright, fun parts are about to begin. Let's see how this new battle system works. And there's always stuff hidden everywhere. There's boxes that you can open up that kind of look like that one, but not really. that you can hit with your sword, and oftentimes there'll be some pretty valuable stuff in there, especially Moogle medals. Those come in handy later.
You're up.
The Moogle character. Okay, that's just kind of telling you how to play. I'm good on all this. See. Right.
You're coming with us.
So yeah, he does all his attacks on his own.
So.
But you can take over too, though. And off the rip, you get started with some pretty cool little abilities. And they all take one length of your ATB gauge.
Not bad.
But during the time you're waiting for that gauge to fill, you can still do basic attacks. So it's very action oriented. And they right off the rip, already up to level 7. Oh, no map yet. I've got the
Who in the hell?
I don't have access to a map. It's not really
Hands where I
near
can
this
see
early.
him.
Have fun.
Freeze! Move and we shoot.
Go ahead.
You also have a strong mode. It's called operator mode, where you can do stronger. You know, your attacks are a lot stronger. You're a little bit more, susceptible to somebody hitting you, but it's still pretty helpful. It's a pretty cool little thing to have.
Drop the weapon.
You got this.
Yeah, what he said.
Guarding an evasion.
You're coming with us.
You can guard holding R1, or you can dodge pressing circle.
Try harder. That's that.
And there's some enemies that you fight later on where that evade, you have to use that basically to get through it, or you'll have a hard time. Okay, there's my little mini map. That's cool. And you can see on the mini map on the top right where your target's at. Okay, good. I know about all this. Wish I could turn tutorial off. That'd be a cool feature. I don't need that at this point. It doesn't take long to learn how to play this game. And there's all kinds of little chests like this hidden everywhere. 2 grenades. I haven't used them a whole lot yet. I haven't found a use for them. I think when I was getting low on magic, I threw a couple just to see what it would do, and whatever boss it was that I was fighting against, it didn't really do a whole lot of damage. These boxes here are the ones that you can break that often has stuff in them. A Mako shard, so if I had missing magic, it would refill some of it.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now?
Cloud's Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Real joy to look at, too. People notice first.
Guess I'm not on the same page as you.
I'd say you're not even reading the same book.
Enough. We're done here.
Or even the same...
Come on, nobody do something this crazy
It is
just for
unreal how
money.
clean this game
They
is.
may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Cloud is cold. He is so cold.
Wedge.
You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gill.
And in my opinion too, not just the graphics and music and everything's good, but the voice acting's pretty dang good too. That shot right there I think would make a good wallpaper. targets. That means I must
Get him, boy!
Oh, here, yeah. Here we go. That fire is thrown on his dog, so that happens.
Burn.
Oh, yeah.
See ya. Looks like you're next. That it?
So, if you're not familiar with the last couple of Final Fantasy games, the top bar above the enemy that you're fighting is their health bar, and the bar below that is their stagger bar.
Hey, Cloud! Elevator's over there! Catch up soon!
Like I said, you want to catch these boxes because those Moogle medals are pretty handy later. It's good to investigate these corners too. There's a lot of stuff everywhere. There's little boxes. Potion, those are pretty handy early on.
This way.
Here we go.
Huh. Not so fast. We've got company.
Think you can stop me? No holding back. Need a light.
Yeah, he is very weak to that fire.
Not bad.
There's a Moogle medal. Those are good. They're very good to have. I didn't know that until later in the game, but they're handy. Leave no box unturned. There's a few of them in here.
Let's go.
Break those. There's a chest though. Some more potions. Like I said, these are pretty handy early on. This game also does not have real-time event stuff. I don't think there's very much of that, which I'm good with that because those scenes with games are kind of, yeah, they just kind of punch you in the face sometimes. So I'm glad that stuff's minimal on this. I don't remember there being very many times where you had to do that.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you see a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
In 3, 2... Damn, I'm good.
Who's there? Door! We'll wait! It's over!
That's my line.
He's alone! We can take him! Make it rain!
Strong mode's brutal.
We're back.
Then let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
Cut it out!
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
Careful in there. I got this place covered.
Phoenix down. Hope I don't need that no time soon.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
Cloud! Are you ignoring me?
Awesome, cuz. This mode isn't too bad.
Tifa and I.
You can override what they're doing. So if you want to just attack and defend on your own, you can do that. So it's basically more or less the same. I haven't noticed anything too different just yet. It says it's supposed to be equivalent to easy mode, so we'll see. Either way, I'm going to finish the normal mode before all is said and done. But I just wanted to try something different since I'm streaming this.
These sewer
And
rats
starting
appear
from
to
the
call
beginning,
themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not
there.
take much longer.
Hey, Cookie.
This pump's sole
You're being
purpose is to drain the
broadcast on
planet
YouTube.
dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako
Yeah, this
is,
one's going to be
don't you?
fun playing over and over for a little
Mako is
while.
the lifeblood of our world.
I got a feeling
The
I'll be
planet
playing
bleeds
this one for a
green
while
like you and me
before I
bleed
ditch
red.
it.
The hell you think's gonna happen when
See
it's
my
all
pup?
gone, huh? Answer me!
My
You gonna
Catahoula
stand
leopard
there
hound named
and
Cookie.
pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
She'll wind up being the star of the
Damn
show.
straight I do!
Get help.
Won't you go away? Won't you
Say
go away?
that again!
Yeah. Won't you go away?
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds.
Cookie, go bed.
Save the screaming for
Trying
later.
to play this game. Alright. Get lost. Get lost. Kick rocks. Go play with your toys.
Our lives are on the line now. You listening, Merc? One false move. And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach.
How was y'all's day at work
Stay
today?
looking for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
Alrighty. Mr. Barrett.
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me. Now for the real. Go show. How'd you like that? You're up. Do your job, Bert.
Shut up and move over. Take the lead. Don't forget to aim.
Oh yeah? How about I aim for your head?
There that
Hey,
went, bro.
did you see me in action?
Must.
Okay, there's my map.
Missed it.
You know what? The other time, first time I played this, I got turned around in here, did the same thing just then.
Look what we have here.
There
A
we
laser security system. Great.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless.
go. Yeah, that is something he would say. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Listen, you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to
He
get
used
the
to
blood
love
pumping.
saying that's a lie.
Hey!
Just keep those
Sometimes.
baby hands of yours on me.
Sometimes, but I guess because there's multiple floors, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell which way you're supposed to be running to your target on the mini-map. And if I just paid attention a little better, just my brain operated a little bit better, I'd remember how things looked and know which way I was supposed to go and not run the opposite way. I mean, there's really only two options, and that's forward and back in this game. So most of the time you're going to pick the right direction, but get out of there, Bear. Why are you standing there for?
You're doing good, soldier.
Joe, from where you and Aaron are at in the game, do you agree that from what I've seen so far, the Moogle medals are pretty dang handy to buy from the Moogle, you know, in whatever town you're in? It seems like the Moogle has some pretty good stuff to sell, and I haven't bought too much yet. I've just been kind of hoarding my my Moogle medals. A lot easier that way.
Pay more attention.
Okay, that's what I thought. Most of that stuff looked pretty good. Are the skills for what do you guys normally buy from there? Like I saw the 5 medal options that, and usually they look like they were like skill points or something for each character. I think they cost like 5 each. I thought about buying one for Cloud because that's obviously the one you use probably more than anybody. But I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to start spending it on that if it wasn't going to be worth it. But I figured if it costs 5 and it's the most expensive thing, then it probably should be pretty good. It should be a good thing for you. I don't remember exactly what they do, but it seemed like it was certain ones were dedicated to each character.
We can take this hungry junk.
This junk is a heavy weapons platform.
Classic
We
mode.
run it in. We die.
Is that right?
Need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
That's okay.
Burn.
Oh yeah, it seems like it's doing more damage to the enemies in this mode too.
Let's pin it down. Give it all you've got. No escape.
Alright. I'll buy those.
Enough.
Well, that seems like it was a little easier than normal.
What are you, 20-something?
First. Soldiers first class. We go into the 20s.
The hell you
Okay, it's
talking
this way. I was about to get turned
your
around
age,
again.
Not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that makes you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
target, the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom. Let's get down there.
God damn. I can practically taste tobacco in here. Hurry it up.
Scared, huh?
More like excited. I've been dreaming about this for years.
Heads up, boys. The end's in sight. I'll leave the rest in your
We're getting
capable hands.
close to the first major boss scene.
Not that way. Down the ladder, dummy.
Okay, I'm just checking it out. Yeah, it has to be at least that heavy. It's a big piece of metal. I've also thought the same thing. It's like, wow, he is handling that thing. I mean, it's not as quick as some would use like a rapier or a short sword, but he wields it very fast for a heavy weapon like that. The third weapon that I got for him was the bat-looking thing with the nails in it. You know, it almost looked like a Lucille bat almost, except for it had nails instead of barbed wire. I wasn't sure about that one at first. It seemed like it was lacking something major when you first got it, but then when you started upgrading it, man, that was a pretty nice weapon. And just the sound that it made when you hit enemies with it was pretty cool too. It sounded like a freaking bat. That was an interesting weapon to use with Cloud, I thought, because I don't remember him having anything like that in the original 7. Yeah, it's a fun weapon to use, Joe. If you get it as like your third weapon after the Buster Sword, and I think the second one's maybe the Iron Sword or something like that. But the bat weapon was actually pretty fun to use, and once you upgraded it, like I said, with your upgrade points, it was pretty deadly. But I've got the one after that now. I can't think of what it's called, but that's where I'm at in my main file.
All right, let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
I almost went that route. I almost didn't use it,
Then do the damn job.
but I just tried it, and I'm like, you know what? This is a cool weapon, actually. I mean, it's not his Cloud's thing, but it's fun playing the game with that bat. Like I said, it kind of made me feel like Negan just a little bit, you know?
What's wrong?
I'm fine. What about the timer?
You're calm, Merc.
You 20.
Pretty cocky, ain't you?
It ain't hard to get out of here in 20 minutes. It's pretty easy.
You double-crossing!
Heads up!
What in the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning matches.
No other option, huh?
Keep it together.
Guess it's my turn. This is gonna sting! Hell yeah! You see the damage I did?
Keep it up.
I'll make your man.
I think I made him upset. Oh yeah, this is where he starts doing the big moves.
The hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
you gotta pick on me? Huh? It didn't work. If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both.
Less talking, more shooting.
How about less lip from you? Bring in the heat. Ah, damn it! This thing is tough.
It wouldn't be much of a weapon if it went down easy.
Oh, damn it! Gotta do something about that barrier first. Ah, bring it home. About damn time. Time to fry. Hell yeah, baby!
Now's our chance. Give it everything you've got.
Yeah, it definitely was. First time I played against this dude, he just about killed me. Yeah, he is F'd into A now. Big time F'd into A. Give him one of these. I'm gonna follow that up to the limit. Limit breaker, and that should about finish him off, I think. Considering he staggered too. Was. Oh no. That wasn't very nice.
Watch the
That's
tail.
hilarious.
You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
You turning tail on me, Merc?
I'm gonna reach that far. Yep.
Now, go!
Could keep going if I healed up.
We are getting close.
Oh, hell! What's it doing now?
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Bert. When I get my chance, I'm gonna blow this bastard the hell up. And that's a problem. Ain't done yet.
It's down. Rain hell on it.
Ain't gotta tell me twice. Shit, the bomb!
20 minutes until detonation.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Huh, you hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've gotta move.
Wedge should be covering our way out. Go, go, go!
Hey, y'all, I think I'm gonna do a chapter at a time. Which that will last, I guess, 18 days from what I understand, having 18 chapters. That's saying that I beat a chapter a day, which, you know, when I get towards the end, it may not be a chapter a day. And if the chapters are super long, then it definitely won't be a chapter a day. But that's what I'm going to aim for to start with.
Concentrate.
This was a pretty intense scene in the original too, when you're trying to get out of here. Mainly just random encounters. They just seem to come up frequently in this part of the game.
It's never in doubt.
It seems like it. The Scorpion didn't really give me too much trouble. I didn't have to use it with 2 potions, I think. So I would say it's absolutely probably easier. But it also could be just because I understand the battle system better. So it'll show sooner than later whether it's easier or not. But so far it looks like it is, because I remember the first time I beat that Scorpion boss there, it seemed like he gave me a pretty hard time. I mean, I didn't get killed, mind you. I got through it. But it seemed like I was fighting him for a while longer than I did tonight.
My hero!
Hey! We'll link up over there! Look after Jesse!
Come this way! This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably. I think I see an exit. Come on!
Mako Shard.
Don't look back! Let's go, let's go, let's go! We're running out of time!
Shut up and climb. You're not helping.
Sorry.
I will say this too about this game. I mean, I've used the magic system in all of them, but it seems like you're more reliant on it in this game than some of the other Final Fantasy games. Magic really helps you in this. I mean, even the elemental magic, the healing magic, it's all very handy.
Barrett!
I've got you covered! Find
Yeah,
us a
Jesse
way out
crashed
of
like
here!
she's 14.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here! Take them down!
We don't have time for this shit! The clock's ticking!
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need. Enough.
Let's go. The others are waiting. Gotta get the hell out of here ASAP.
Yeah, that too. That ice magic is a little tricky because you know, it sticks, you know, where it lands at, and if they're not right there on it, then it might not hurt them all that much. But for the most part, still though, I find that if the magic, you know, does what it's supposed to do, it's really handy in this game.
Brace yourself. Need a light.
Yeah, these guys, they stagger quicker, it seems like. And even these sweepers here, it seem like it took a little while to beat them in this chapter. I mean, you saw how quick he staggered? I mean, just one fire shot staggered him.
All done.
Cocky little bastard, ain't you?
Lots of little boxes over here. Potions and Mako shards. Yeah, that's me too. I'm pretty reliant on it.
That's that. That was easy.
I wonder if this one does well enough if they'll do some of the other older entries of the franchise, give them a, you know, new coat of makeup like this one. I wouldn't mind a modern version of 9. I like 9 on the PlayStation 1. 9 I probably liked more than all of them, even 7. But Final Fantasy 9 today still is playable. I mean, it's difficult because it doesn't have all the modern bells and whistles, but 9 is a very good game, in my opinion, in this franchise. I enjoyed that one a lot. I don't know why I'm getting special all of a sudden.
Ain't you a fighter?
I've never played 6. I know that's supposed to have like the best story of all of them, but I've honestly never played it. But I know how much everybody loves the story though. Everybody loves the story of that game.
This is some bullshit right here.
Shut up. Going in. It's on you.
All right, watch and learn. Suck on this. Suck.
No time to celebrate.
Sure there is.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, you're talking about 6, yeah. I've heard a lot about that game. Just like I said, I've never tried it. And I just wonder now how hard it would be to, you know, get into that kind of game because, you know, it's very classic. This style here, you know, between 12 kind of started it as far as this action thing, in my opinion. Did it? Oh yeah, it did. I noticed that too. They kind of gave it the little cinema feel and just kind of sped it on up to, you know, 3 seconds so you can show the old classic countdown, you know. But yeah, it's easy to get out of there in 20 minutes. I've never even took 10 minutes.
Doors open.
And this place is shaking hard.
Can you walk?
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the
Yeah.
first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
William used to watch me play. It was called Final Fantasy II. It was actually Final Fantasy IV on Super Nintendo. At least the Japanese version is Final Fantasy IV. And William used to
Okay,
watch me play that
that was pretty
sometimes when we
cool.
lived down at the lake.
All right,
That's-
come
his
on.
dad had bought it for me for Christmas one year. Yeah, really. Yeah, that was one big explosion.
Looks like we made it.
Alrighty, well, looks like I made it to chapter 2, so that will conclude this recording session for tonight. Probably we'll be back tomorrow, I'm sure.
I followed the instructions to the letter.
I do remember that.
Triggered a reaction.
That was a big game back then. That's a fun game too. I'm glad that series is still alive. I've got most recent one on the Switch, which I believe was Tropical Freeze. It's a hard game. I haven't finished it, but I'm in like the 5th or 6th level. So one day I'll have to get back to that and try that again. But this is hard. It's unforgiving. All those Donkey Kong Country games.
All right then. Lead the way.
Yes, we did. Well, cousin and everybody that's looking at this, I hope y'all have a good night. Stay safe, and I will talk to you guys again soon. I'll probably be back on tomorrow around the same time, I'm sure. All right, take care. Bye.